Baby, be in love with your fantasies. I can be a star, make a sky so bright. Welcome to my dungeon, this is ecstasy. Let me play the fantasy.
What's good, YouTube? It's your girl, Asia.
And it's your boy, BJ. And we back like we never left. Y'all, this video actually came right across my feed. As soon as I saw it, I was like, babe, we got to check this video out. One reason why is because we had booked a cruise that we're going to go to Iceland. It wasn't going to Greenland, but it was going to Iceland, which is not too far from Greenland. We had to cancel that for unseen circumstances. So I definitely want to check this video out, especially when they're talking about what's under the ice in in Greenland.
Okay.
Yeah.
Iceland and Greenland, I feel like I'd get them mixed up too. I would probably say that too, but
yeah,
it's okay.
We got to visit those places.
One of these days, y'all, I am destined to make it to the Blue Lagoon.
I'm telling you. That's the one place that we got to make it to.
I'm people posting videos of them in the Blue Lagoon and it's 10 degrees outside, and I'm like, I just want to do that one time for the one time. That's a bucket list thing. Okay?
Definitely it is.
I'm just saying. I don't know. That's all I want to do, though.
We got to do that, though. We got to do that. And I'm talking about when we do it, we got to do it naked, though.
Who does that?
We do.
Okay.
We different from everybody else.
Okay, you different from everybody else.
To get the full experience, when you go to Iceland, like you got to do all of that, babe.
I'm not getting in the Blue Lagoon with no clothes on.
Okay, we'll talk about that later. All right, y'all, let's go ahead and get into this video now. All right? We're getting a little too personal.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm ready to get into it. Every time we see videos like this, I don't know what this is about, but okay, I'm here for it, though.
All right, let's check it out.
Let's go.
Throughout history, our planet has been through multiple ice ages and fully covered in ice at least twice. From the poles to the equator, the Earth was a giant snowball at least several times. Today, the landscape has transformed. The ice is starting to rapidly melt, and scientists are wondering what secrets could be concealed beneath this frozen tundra. This is the second largest ice sheet on Earth. It has an impressive thickness of nearly 2 miles, covering 80% of the area of Greenland.
Wow.
Here, rapid glaciers like Jakobshavn move at an astonishing 150 feet per day, reshaping the landscape, while coastal waters create icebergs towering 300 feet, about the height of the Statue of Liberty. But these things are not what makes the island unique. To this day, the frozen surface hides all kinds of secrets, but scientists have already started uncovering some of them, and what they found was difficult to predict.
Uh-oh.
What's about to find?
It's a living dinosaur under there or something.
Although Greenland is over 3 times the size of Texas, its total population is just 56,000 people, the lowest population density in the world. Frigid temperatures make the majority of the island uninhabitable. But along the southwest coast, the warming effect of the Gulf Stream results in moderate temperatures, creating a comfortable habitat.
They say 80% of Greenland is covered with ice.
Yeah.
56,000 people. Literally the entire state is nothing but just ice, a glacier.
Basically, yeah.
Wow, I never knew that glacier went down that far.
I didn't either, not 2 miles. And I thought there would probably be more people there, but I guess that makes sense. So if that much of the island is ice.
Yeah, how would they even have roads? That's...
Yeah, right?
That's where the third of the population resides. In the central part of Greenland, temperatures remain below zero at all times. The snow there never melts, gradually accumulating instead. When new snow falls on the Greenland ice sheet, it's initially light and fluffy, with a density of about 50 to 70 kilograms per cubic meter. As it gets covered with new layers, all this weight compresses the layers below, increasing their density. At a depth of over 260 feet, air bubbles within the snow cannot compress any further, and snow solidifies into glacier ice. In total, there's 695,000 cubic miles of ice in Greenland, which is thought to have been there for hundreds of thousands to millions of years.
Wow.
But Greenland wasn't always frozen. Beneath its icy cover lies a colossal rocky island that was once a flourishing haven where life thrived amidst valleys, rivers, and numerous lakes. Even today, not all of Greenland is ice-covered. Moving to the southernmost reaches of Greenland, there's the Chingwa Valley, the only forested area on the island. As temperatures continue to rise, it's possible that this green patch of land will trigger the spread of vegetation to other parts of the island, gradually making it green again. In 1966, US military scientists drilled through nearly a mile of ice in northwestern Greenland, discovering a once green past. They found twigs, leaves, and unique, perfectly preserved fossil plants. Scientists describe their state as freeze-dried. If you pour some water on them, they'll unfurl, looking almost as if they were frozen just yesterday. About 400,000 years ago, parts of Greenland had spruce forests and tundra, a flat, cold and windy area without trees, but with resilient, low-lying plants. Today, all this serves as a time capsule, allowing us to peek into Greenland's ancient ecosystems. Greenland's thick ice sheets act as an insulator. The ground beneath remains shielded from the frigid temperatures and winds above. Meanwhile, the Earth's internal heat warms the ground from below. In some areas, the ice sheet is firmly attached to frozen ground, providing stability. But closer to the edges of the ice sheet, where it's thinner, the base has thawed and the ice is laying over a moist soil. If there's enough water beneath, it can make the ice flow faster, and this more rapid flow rate can potentially accelerate melting rate. Currently, the ice sheet in Greenland melts away at a rate of over 200 billion tons per year.
Wow.
Enough to fill almost 91 million Olympic swimming pools, which hold 660,430 gallons of water each. And if it melts entirely, the global sea level will rise approximately 23 feet, causing devastating damage to millions of people who live along the world's coasts.
Wait, is that much ice?
Yeah, but that's the reason why, like, you know, global warming is such a big deal. Like, that's the reason, I'm not saying it's just because of Greenland, but like the ice in general, like that's why it's such a big deal. Like why they continue to like say stuff like that. I was watching something once before and these people live like on a coast and they were saying like every year that they've been there, I guess like over a time span, like it wasn't like 2 years, it was like a while.
Yeah.
But more and more homes are being pushed into the water because the sea level keeps rising.
Sea level keeps rising. 23 feet.
Yeah, that's a lot.
God, dog.
Yeah, 23 feet is a lot. Like that's a lot.
That's like he just said in the video. That's devastating.
Yeah, yeah.
According to a study made in 2019, around 680 million people reside in low-lying coastal regions.
See that?
By 2050, this number could surpass well over 1 billion.
You see how that land disappeared like that?
Yeah. That's the water. That's the sea level rising, right?
Yeah. That's basically what they were explaining. Like these people lived on these coastal areas, and
so they literally could get washed away.
Basically, yeah.
That's insane.
And it's crazy because every year it's like another couple inches for them. You know
that should let people know that. Yeah, I mean, it's melting.
Yeah.
By 2050, this number could surpass well over 1 billion. Right now, Greenland loses more ice than it accumulates, although it will probably take a long time for all the ice to melt. The staggering magnitude of the ice sheet is hard to grasp. Its weight has built so much pressure that it led to a depression in the central part of the island 1,000 feet below sea level. And the same thing happened about 20,000 years ago. A colossal weight pushed parts of Earth lower into the crust. Ice sheets were all over the world. Scandinavia, the Arctic, and a large part of the USA and Canada were all covered in ice. And currently, something interesting happens to these areas. Think of our planet's surface as a massive shape memory mattress. Press down on it and it'll compress. But once you remove the pressure, it'll slowly start to go back to its initial form. In a similar way, as ice sheets shrink, the land under the ice rises, while the neighboring territories adjust by sinking. This process is very slow, and some regions are still recovering, while others, like the United States East Coast, will continue sinking for thousands of years. Compared to other parts of the Earth, regions like these are at much higher risk of higher sea levels.
It's kind of scary.
Today, Greenland is anything but green. but scientists have already been able to have a look underneath its ice cover, revealing what the island's been hiding for centuries. In 2013, a new canyon was discovered. It's over 460 miles long, 6 miles wide, and about 2,600 feet deep. This makes it more than 1.5 times longer than the Grand Canyon in Arizona. Up to this date, it's the longest canyon ever found on Earth. Although you can't see it just yet, the canyon is buried beneath billions of tons of ice. The subglacial canyon was probably once the channel of a massive river, created by frequent flood events that pushed water through the bedrock some 2 million years ago. And it can still carry melted water deep below the ice sheet and into the sea. Once, Greenland even had a massive lake, covering an area as large as Rhode Island and Delaware combined. It drew water from at least 18 streams, reaching depths of 800 feet. Today, the ancient lake is a depression filled with sediment, holding secrets of a time when it was water instead of ice that shaped Greenland's landscape. Decades of ice-penetrating radar surveys revealed a network of mountain ranges extending thousands of meters above sea level. Their sharp ridges and deep valleys affect the movement of the massive ice sheet above, which takes on the shape of the hidden mountainous terrain. And then there are submerged fjords, hundreds to over thousands meters deep channels carved by the glacial forces. Greenland's glaciers are constantly moving, and how and where they go depends on the subglacial mountains that act like obstacles. They guide the flow of the melting ice, changing its speed and direction, and fjords are like pathways that icebergs follow to escape into the ocean.
With an iceberg or a glacier, when it melts, are you able to to actually drink the water like as soon as it melts, or is there like microorganisms and things of that nature and germs in the water? You know how because it's natural water, obviously when it melts, but can you drink it as soon as it melts, or do you have to purify it? Would you? Second question is, would you drink it?
If I had to,
would you
I guess.
would you drink from a melting glacier? Just grab a cup and boop boop.
I watch a lot of Naked and Afraid. Okay, I feel like they go right out there and just scoop the water right up out of the little lake that's flowing by, and they just drink it.
So you think it'd be okay to drink a melted glacier?
It probably would be filtered
iceberg?
Enough. Don't make me look stupid.
I would need to know because if it's frozen, then that would mean that it could be ancient microorganisms in the water.
I'm sure they would find that somewhere. I just don't know what the proper mythology is. Okay, look, don't have me on here telling somebody to go drink the water from the.
Hey, I'm just trying to figure out the best way to get my natural.
And they go drink the water and then come back and say, well, Aisha and BJ said no. I didn't say that.
Because I'm just saying, because wouldn't it be, I guess, natural spring water? Because all I'm saying, I'm just trying to get my natural electrolytes.
Okay.
That's all I'm trying. I'm just trying to get my electrolytes.
Like pathways that icebergs follow to escape into the ocean.
It's a good question, though.
The island's icy veil doesn't only hide a mysterious past, but also a rich reservoir of natural resources. Geological surveys suggest the presence of rare earth elements and precious metals. Elements found in Greenland's bedrock, such as neodymium, dysprosium, and europium, are critical in the production of modern electronics, renewable energy technologies, and different high-tech applications. The island's subglacial terrain could also harbor precious metals such as gold, silver, and platinum. But also, there's water, and a lot of it. Locked within the vast expanses of the Antarctic and Greenland ice sheets, it holds more than 68% of the Earth's freshwater supply.
God
there
damn.
you go.
Greenland's unique geological features hold...
It's definitely filtered, okay? You can go ahead and get your
just go ahead and just get the cup and just fill it on up, right?
Dive right in.
68%.
All the water you like.
Of the world's fresh water.
Yeah.
Please protect Greenland. Protect Greenland, please.
That part.
For real.
Freshwater supply. Greenland's unique geological features hold massive potential for geothermal energy development, a sustainable alternative to traditional energy sources. The idea is to harness heat from the Earth's interior that escapes to the surface. The process is known as heat flow, and the area along Greenland's west coast shows heat flow 3 times higher than the island's average. Unlike fossil fuels, geothermal power generation produces minimal greenhouse gas emissions. Perhaps one day, Greenland will be humanity's ticket to a carbon-free lifetime. All this makes Greenland a treasure trove of valuable resources, but it's also a place where Mother Nature reveals just how creative it can be. In 2010, scientists stumbled across peculiar formations beneath the Greenland ice sheet. At first, they thought these might be ghost mountains, like those found in Antarctica, but as it turned out later, they were wrong. Known as jelly roll sculptures, they are icy formations as big as Manhattan skyscrapers, and there are dozens of them in Greenland. Just imagine how vast the space between the island's icy cover and its bedrock should be to fit something this massive. The gigantic features are made of an unusual ice. It doesn't consist of layers, but it's rather twisted or rolled, and it can be as old as 120,000 years.
Wow.
Using radar imaging, researchers discovered that jelly roll sculptures can be found just below Greenland's white landscape. The island was long considered like a layered cake, but one that's made of snow. Although as you go deeper, peeling off layer after layer, at some point they are no longer flat. The ice down there looks more like it's been bent or folded several times. Now, there's a lot of science behind how that happens. But in simple terms, ice grows from the bottom up when the ice sheet melts and refreezes. It's somewhat like building a sandcastle. The wet sand you pour solidifies at the base, adding substance to the lower layers. Similarly, the refrozen ice adds to the layers, creating a complex, folded structure beneath the seemingly flat surface that's been forming for hundreds or even thousands of years. But deep below the mighty ice sheet, there's something much older. Back when Greenland was still a temperate rainforest, the island was struck by an asteroid 0.9 miles across. The impact was probably millions of times more powerful than an atomic bomb, enough to cause earthquakes of magnitude 9 and massive wildfires. Luckily, it all happened after the dinosaurs had already gone extinct, and long before the first humans. The asteroid left behind what's known today as a 19-mile-wide Hiawatha crater, which is currently sitting below 3,000 feet of ice. Discovered in 2018, its location played a significant role. The crater is lying under the northwestern edge of the ice sheet. The flowing stream from below the sheet contained sediments that suggested they were once exposed to rapid and extreme heating. By studying sand grains, researchers determined just how long ago the impact took place. A mind-blowing 58 million years ago.
Wow.
Greenland stands as one of the Earth's most extraordinary landscapes, guarding the mysteries of our planet's past. We've barely scratched the surface of this barren terrain, but in years to come, countless studies will be conducted, and who knows what other secrets may lie dormant beneath the vast expanse of ice, waiting to be unveiled. What secrets might the almost alien expanse of land hide? Clues to our planet's future, extraordinary species of animals, or even a long-lost civilization? Let us know in the comments section below. Stay tuned for more thrilling discoveries about the fascinating world we live in, and thanks for watching.
That's crazy. That is crazy. That's crazy to think about. Like, they can go back 58 million years and look at like granules of sand to discover like the heat that was put into them,
and can come to a conclusion about it.
That's insane. That's insane. I
feel like
science is like probably one of the most interesting things that you could like delve into. Like, yeah, I just feel like you would literally go into the abyss when it comes to like, especially like ancient history, like when it comes to Mother Nature, like Earth and things that they find, from dinosaur bones to old ancient statues of the big giant mammoths, and it's just crazy, like the things that were left behind that like freeze in the ice, and the things that, you know, how ice just really literally freezes things in time. And it's just so fascinating sometimes, like when you hear stuff like this, and it's like, oh my, like how do you even wrap your head around something like that?
And I'm wondering what they would find under all that ice, because I remember when like in Antarctica, when parts of Antarctica started to melt, like they found like ancient human beings under there, and like you said, they were like well preserved, as if like they died yesterday.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And for it to be like that much ice, like I just feel like it would take so long for it to actually melt. Like it would take hundreds and hundreds of years.
I think it would
for
take
them
a
to say
long
that Greenland
time.
for it to completely metamorphosize into like an actual green island.
Yeah, it's scary to think about though. Like once it does actually melt, like where will life be at that point? Like in that time and space, like what would life be like if that ever happens again? Because I just can't see that. Obviously, there would be so many things that would be different, especially like how he described, like if that ice melted 23 feet, the sea level would
And then
rise.
it would just affect the entire world. Too.
Right. So many things would be affected by that. But I'm like, that's just one little spot. Like, think about Antarctica, like where the ice is, where it, builds up the most. And just to think that.
I didn't even know that it would have that type of impact on the Earth.
Oh, I did.
On the entire world, if it was to melt.
Yeah.
And again, like I said, in my mind, I didn't even know it was like fathomable that it was that much ice, that many layers, that many sheets of ice, like that many miles down of just nothing but just straight. Well, the snow turned into ice, but just complete ice.
The jellyfish thing kind of
the jelly roll.
Jelly roll. I said jellyfish. The jelly roll little ordeal that was interesting too. How they showed that in the ice. I'm just like that. Yeah, I guess it would.
That was probably one of the more interesting facts too for me was the jelly roll, and then also in regards to the sea level rising, and then the asteroid too.
Yeah.
Like that's just great science to be able to understand that and to be able to see and pinpoint that actually happened millions of years ago.
Right.
An asteroid and left a crater 19 miles wide.
That part. Yeah. Okay. Y'all got to chime in on this.
We got to go visit Greenland. That's all I'm saying.
I would like to see. I just don't think that they're going to take us all up into all of that. Okay. And I don't know if I really want to go that far either with pieces of the ice falling
I feel what you're saying. I just want to be able to say, on my bucket list, I just want to say that I stood on a glacier at least once in my life.
Yeah.
An iceberg or something, doggone it. Something, damn it.
I just need to, okay, you want to stand on it. I just want to
And I want to drink it.
I want to take a picture of it, okay?
Yeah,
from the boat. I'm just saying.
See, the selfie queen, everywhere she goes, she got to get that picture. You got to get that photo
from
out.
the boat. I'm not getting on the glacier. I'm just not doing that.
Okay, that was cool. We'll take a picture of me on the glacier while you out there in the boat.
You go
it's
ahead.
It's all good. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'll be on the
I'm going to drink
spot.
the water. I'm gonna scoop it up in my Stanley cup and I'm going to bring it to you. It's going to be some of the best water that you ever had in your life. You're going to be like, this was the water that the water boy, that Bobby Boucher had on the movie. That's where he got the water from. From a glacier in Greenland.
I'm done.
But no, for real, he actually did get the water from a glacier. I'm just saying.
Okay. Y'all chime in. Let us know what y'all think about this in the comment section. Make sure you like and comment, subscribe, smash that notification bell so you don't miss any videos from Asia and BJ. And if ain't nobody else told you, I love you. We gonna see y'all in the next video. Y'all.
Peace and blessings.
Yeah.